First of all, a huge thank you to our 150 core subscribers. Remember to subscribe to join the Canadian Fat community. Today we're looking at the 5 most expensive housing markets in the country as of 2019. We'll be seeing exactly how much the average home costs in these places, and for comparison we'll also see what $500,000 can buy you in these places. For the purpose of this video, we only looked at the 50 largest cities and towns in the country. If you recognize some of the footage, it's probably because you're familiar with Vaughan, Ontario. Home of Canada's Wonderland, Vaughan is a pretty expensive place to live. You can look to pay double the national average for a home in this mostly suburban city outside of Toronto. The average home here costs just below $1 million at $999,000. $500,000 would get you a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 1,100 square foot condo in the city of Vaughan. The city has over 300,000 people, a third of whom are Italian. Now, the next two are more or less tied. At the 3rd and 4th spot is Oakville and Richmond Hill in Ontario. Despite being considered suburbs of Toronto, housing here is actually more expensive than in Toronto. The average housing costs in both Oakville and Richmond Hill are tied at $1,050,000. Compare that to $865,000 in Toronto. In both Oakville and Richmond Hill, $500,000 will get you a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,000 square foot condo. Pretty similar to Vaughan. And so here we are at the number 2 spot, going all the way across the country to Burnaby in British Columbia. Located immediately east of Vancouver, it can sometimes be hard to tell where the city of Vancouver ends and where Burnaby starts. Mostly residential, the average home here in Burnaby costs over $1.1 million. And with $500,000, you should be able to find a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, about 800 square foot condo. British Columbia's 3rd largest city is also its 2nd most expensive. And so, the champion of scarcity in Canadian housing is Vancouver, BC. We talked a bit about Vancouver in our warmest cities in Canada video. In this coastal city, the average home will run you $1.5 million. For $500,000, you won't get much more than a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo with about 500 square feet of living space. And even then, condos at that price point will be in some of the most least desirable neighborhoods in the city. Part of the reason housing in Vancouver is so expensive has to do with the perceived quality of life here. You know, the milder winters. And ever since the 1986 World Expo, Vancouver has attracted increased foreign investment. This has gone largely unchecked, resulting in an increase in home prices across the metro area. So there we have it, the top 5 most expensive housing markets in Canada. Your likes and subscribes go a long way in supporting this channel. Please remember to subscribe, like, and let us know what you thought about this video. Drop a comment down below.